Hello bearded bee people, welcome back to the B&K Bees channel. Today is split day. I'm setting out mating nukes for the customers' nukes because I have like 27 or 29 or something like that capped queen cells. So going through each hive. I'm not setting these splits out strong the way I would recommend you do if you were taking one hive and just trying to split it into 2 or 3. In that particular case, you would more equally distribute the resources and the bees. In this particular case, I'm putting brood and making sure that the brood is covered with bees enough to keep the brood warm, and then enough food. So basically the only goal is to make sure that enough bees stay in each nuke to tend to the queen cell, and the queen, once she hatches, when she comes back and starts laying, comes back from her mating flight and starts laying, I will fill out each nuke with more capped brood to make the mating nuke essentially a 5-frame nuke ready for sale. So today I'm doing I'm doing these splits thin, and yeah. So here is what I look for. I want capped brood. A lot of people will tell you that you don't want young larvae in your splits because they will try to make a queen from it, and that's true. But my capped cells have a head start on any young larvae that might be in this frame, and she will destroy those cells once she comes back from her mating flight and all that. Obviously, there are some cases where that might not end up working out quite like that, and I will keep an eye on that to make sure that she does, and make sure that they don't hatch out a different queen, because these are not the genetics that I want going to my customers. Just got stung on the finger there. The genetics I want going out to my customers are from the survivors and the cells that I've grafted. So look to make sure that there's brood on these. This has a few eggs, but it's mostly food, so I'm going to set it inside here. I have food frames set aside, so I don't have to really worry about that, taking that from this hive. Okay, so this is a beautiful frame. You have eggs on this side, and I can't tell if you guys can see that well. And larvae on that side. So I'm going to take that and that and this. If I can grab them both with one hand, I'll be able to take you along with. Alright. Gotta go quickly. These are falling out of my fingers. Okay. Now, I have this brood frame that will go dead center. And I have this food frame that will go right alongside it. Okay, so there's enough bees there to make sure that they stay with the brood. I'll check back on the population later tonight when I'm putting in the queen cells. And I will check back with you guys when I've got the queen cells in hand and I'm placing them in the hive. Hello bearded bee people. I said I would touch back when I had the queens in hand, or the queen cells in hand, and I was placing them in the boxes. Katie has a cell right there. It's got some extra comb drawn off the side of it, but I'm still working out the kinks as far as making sure that they stay you know, just the queen cell looking like a peanut, but we'll deal with what we have at this point. So here's one of them. Remember, once again, these are thin splits. They're essentially mating nukes right now. Just enough bees to keep the cell warm and tend to the queen while she goes out to get mated. So going to separate some frames. Okay, we hold the separate the frames. Now, if it didn't have the extra comb drawn off the side of it, I would put it in a cell protector, but this would not fit in a cell protector, and I don't feel confident enough shaving that extra stuff off, so I'm just going to use it as is. So, without the cell protector that would normally keep it onto the top bars, what I do is make sure that the JZBZ cup right here will be hit on both sides by the wood. Make sure that it's thin this way so that you're not squishing the cell when you're pushing these in. What you want the frames to do is latch onto that plastic just light enough to keep it in there, like so. And that's it. Now I will get back to it and I'll look back at when those were grafted and get back to them when they've surely hatched, and keep my eye on the population until she starts laying. And once again, when she starts laying, I'm going to fill these out with more brood, and there'll be 5-frame nukes ready for sale. Thank you. As I always say, get out, have some fun with your bees. Thanks for watching.